Let's talk about Marachi's video on gentle parenting. When I hear people say gentle parenting is a stupid parenting and a commonized gentle parenting, they say things like, I am not interested in you and your gentle parenting. I laugh because most of the time we speak from the place of ignorance. Do you know that gentle parenting is the most difficult parenting? There's nothing so gentle about parenting because 90% of the time, gentle parenting is about emotional regulation. Arming your children with the right tools to be able to resolve conflict, de-escalate situations, walk away from troubles, be able to recognize danger, be able to know when there is a negative energy and how to preserve their mental health, be able to know how to speak respectfully when and when not to speak, be able to know that when it comes to managing issues or resolving conflicts, violence is not the right way. It takes a lot on the parent side to be able to put this in the child. Listen, parenting is very difficult. That's one thing I want you guys to know. Parenting is so difficult. Do you know the easiest route in making your child obey you is the gbasgbos, the one when you beat. But do you know what that does to the child? That instills fear in the child momentarily, and that stops the behavior momentarily. That does not mean that the root cause of that child's behavior has been found and it has been tackled. You see, gentle parenting, like you guys say, but I call it difficult parenting, is knowing the root cause of your child's behavior and helping your child to navigate life. If you have known the root cause of your child's behavior, then you know what tools to use to help that child. For instance, some children get angry very easily. Do you know the right tool to use for that child that gets angry easily? Do you know the right tool? Some of you don't know that there are tools you can use to manage children who has anger, but some of you think that you're beating the anger away from them. You're not beating the anger away from them. You're suppressing the anger. You're suppressing the emotions, and it's waiting for a perfect time. And that's when they are adults. For those of you who believe that beating is the best route, I want to ask you a question. Listen, I want to ask you a question. We are all in parenting together, and I tell you, it's difficult not to slap sometimes. It's very difficult. I'm a parent and I'm admitting it. It's difficult. But it's more difficult to restrain. It's more difficult to control your emotions because we are teaching that child. You see it? So most of the time we make parenting about us and not about the child. See what happens when you beat children and they stay calm and everything. You see all these adults you are seeing having problems today, especially in marriage and relationships. Most of the problem stems from conflict resolution. They don't know they don't have what it takes to manage conflict. They don't have what it takes to have difficult conversations and not react. Listen, most of the problems you are seeing today, it's not that husband and wife don't love themselves. So most of the time, it stems from that inability to be able to manage conversations or difficult situations, and they result to violence. So for you women, I want to ask you a question. I know we all hate domestic violence, right? When your husband beats you because of his inability to control his emotions and control his anger, he doesn't agree with what you say, and you are saying it, and he's not agreeing, and he said, I will beat you. When he beats you, what do? You call the police and you report him, and you see that is domestic violence, and the internet will just catch fire. And they say, why are you hitting your wife? Let me tell you. See, that man might love you so much, but because he does not have emotional regulation, he doesn't have what it takes to control his anger, he has to hit you. When he is not calm and everything is fine, he will regret it. But no, because he hits you, then he's an evil man, which is beautiful. Then why do you think that you as a mother, when you hit your child over every little thing, you are not demonic? You are not inflicting domestic violence on that child. It is training. It is discipline. You see, you will think you are doing the best thing. I told you I'm a parent. It's not easy not to hit sometimes. It's not easy. But you might be thinking that that's the best thing you are doing. We are just waiting for the right time. And that is why we have adults who throw tantrums. You don't have adults throw tantrums. That is why we have adults who don't know how to de-escalate situations. That is why we have adults who don't have coping mechanisms when they are angry. Do you know there's something called coping mechanisms when you are angry? What you do. Many of us were not raised that way. What we were raised is, shut up. If you don't shut up, that's just it, we know. That's just it. And I can tell you, that's the foundation of major relationships and marriage issues. Not that there is no love, it's just how they don't know how to manage situations. So yes, if you are saying gentle parenting don't mock people who do gentle parenting. That's the most difficult parenting because you don't have their strengths. And I can tell you, these people that does this gentle parenting, which I call a difficult parenting, they are good spouses because they have patience, they listen, they want to know the reason why you are saying this, they want to know the reason why you are reacting, they want to understand why certain things is being done. They listen to their spouses and they give their opinions respectfully. Why? Because it's something they have practiced, it's something they know. I know parenting is not easy, trust me. And I also want you to understand that there is pain in parenting. Many parents have not gotten to that stage where they understand that there is pain in parenting. You guys don't know there is pain in parenting? Sometimes your children will do something to you and you feel like your whole body is telling you, hit them, deal with them, hold them, punch them. But another thing is restraining you. That thing that is restraining you, it takes a whole effort. So much pain for you to restrain yourself, not to resort to violence because you are modeling a behavior that you want them to follow. My advice is for people who have toddlers, your children are still very young. You have toddlers, this is the time you begin to teach them emotional regulation, teach them coping mechanisms, teach them how to manage their emotions, how to regulate it. And some of you should also understand that attitudes does not just come out in children. Sometimes it is what they say in the home that they pick. It can be the way you speak to your spouse. It can be the way you shout at everything. Then they begin to model it. I can tell you that good parenting starts with you as the parent. But that is not to say that children cannot just be annoying sometimes. Even with all this your control, children can be. But gentle parenting doesn't mean that there is no consequences. Gentle parenting doesn't mean that there are no boundaries. Gentle parenting doesn't mean that there is no teaching. For gentle parenting, it is more of teaching than reactions. Listen, gentle parenting it's very difficult to parent in a gentle way. I tell you, because one moment you are telling yourself, I am going to be the calm mommy. Oh, the other moment you can't be calm again. Just little trigger, you put on your coat. You just do. And at the end of the day, say the truth. You will always regret the actions. You will feel like that's not the best. Especially when the issue does not even warrant anything like a slap or what do you call it. This video is very long, but I just want to put my voice out there. If you watch up until now, my name is Volke. This is Volke Space. Please subscribe to get relatable content on marriage, parenting, and family.